Ever talk about something random and then saw an ad for it moments later? Let's dive into the truth behind whether your phone is secretly listening to your conversation.
It's happened to almost everyone. You're having a casual conversation with a friend about something completely random, like wanting to buy a new houseplant or planning a trip to a place you've never searched for online. Then, just a few hours later, you open up your phone, and there it is, an ad for a Monstera Deliciosa, or a cheap flight to that exact destination. The feeling is immediate and honestly, a little creepy. Your first thought is almost always the same. My phone must be secretly listening to everything I say. It's a fear that has become a modern-day urban legend, a shared suspicion that our pocket-sized companions are more like spies than simple tools for communication and entertainment. This experience is so common that it has fueled widespread paranoia about our digital privacy. The idea that a device we carry everywhere, from our bedside table to the bathroom, could be recording our private moments is deeply unsettling. It taps into a fundamental fear of being watched and monitored without our consent. We start to wonder what else it might be hearing. Is it listening to confidential work meetings? Is it picking up on sensitive family discussions? The line between helpful technology and invasive surveillance feels like it's getting blurrier every single day, making us question just how much control we really have over our personal information. The truth, however, is a bit more complicated than a simple yes or no. Your phone is, in a technical sense, always listening. But it's not listening in the way you might think. It's not actively recording every word of your day-long conversations and sending them off to advertisers to be analyzed. Instead, it's in a state of passive listening, waiting for a specific command to jump into action. This distinction is crucial to understanding what's really going on inside your device. The technology is designed for convenience, not for constant, secret eavesdropping. But that doesn't mean there are no risks involved. So, before we jump to conclusions and wrap our heads in aluminum foil, it's important to peel back the layers and look at how this technology actually functions. We need to separate the facts from the fiction and understand the mechanisms at play. Is the fear justified, or is there a more logical explanation for those eerily specific ads? In this essay, we'll break down how digital assistants work, how advertisers really target you, and most importantly, what steps you can take to reclaim your sense of privacy and feel more secure with the technology you use every single day. Let's get into it. Let's talk about digital assistants like Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa. These features are the primary reason your phone is listening. They are designed to be helpful, hands-free tools, and to do that, they need to be ready to respond when you call on them. This is where the concept of a wake word comes in. Your phone's microphone is technically active, but it's not recording and saving everything. Instead, it's constantly analyzing a very short, rolling buffer of audio, just a second or two, for a specific sound pattern. It's listening for "Hey Siri," "Hey Google," or whatever phrase you've set to activate your assistant. Nothing is saved or sent anywhere until it hears that magic phrase. Once your phone detects the wake word, it begins recording. Your question or command, such as "What's the weather like today?" is then sent to the company's servers, Apple or Google, to be processed. Their powerful computers analyze your speech, figure out what you're asking for, and send the correct response back to your device. This is why you need an internet connection for most voice commands to work. The actual thinking doesn't happen on your phone. It happens in the cloud. It's a system built for quick, convenient responses. And the listening part is just the trigger for that process. Now, you might have heard that tech companies sometimes review these voice recordings. This is true, but it's not for advertising purposes. Companies like Apple and Google use anonymized snippets of voice commands to improve their voice recognition technology. They want to make sure the assistant understood you correctly, especially if the activation was accidental or the command was misunderstood. This quality control helps the system get better at understanding different accents, dialects, and phrasing. While this practice has raised privacy concerns, both companies now offer users the ability to opt out of this process and delete their voice history, giving you more control over your data. So, in this context, listening is not the same as eavesdropping. Your phone isn't a spy secretly recording your day. It's more like a well-trained dog waiting for its name to be called before it pays attention. The system is designed to ignore all other conversations and sounds. The real privacy concerns arise not from this intended function, but from other apps you install on your phone. Many apps ask for microphone permission, and it's not always clear why they need it or what they do with that access. That's a different issue, separate from how the core digital assistants are designed to operate. If your phone isn't actively listening to your conversations to serve you ads, then why are the ads so frighteningly accurate? The answer is that advertisers have far more powerful and efficient ways to know what you're interested in. They don't need your microphone because they have something much more valuable: your data trail. Every time you browse the internet, use social media, or even just carry your phone around, you are leaving behind a massive trail of digital breadcrumbs. Companies are experts at collecting and analyzing this data to build an incredibly detailed profile of who you are, what you like, and what you are likely to buy. The biggest tool in their arsenal is your online activity. Think about everything you do on the web. You use Google to search for information. You browse products on Amazon. You read articles, and you watch videos on YouTube. All of this activity is tracked using cookies and other trackers. These small files log your behavior and share it across different websites. Advertisers use this information to understand your interests, your purchase history, and even your intentions. If you search for best running shoes, you are signaling to the ad networks that you are in the market for new shoes, and you will start seeing ads for them everywhere. Social media is another goldmine of data for advertisers. Every time you like a post, follow an account, join a group, or even just pause to look at a video, you are feeding information into the algorithm. These platforms know your age, your location, your friends, your hobbies, and your political leanings. They even analyze the activity of your friends and connections to make predictions about you. If several of your friends suddenly become interested in rock climbing, the platform might assume you could be interested too and start showing you ads for climbing gear. It's a powerful form of predictive analysis that feels like mind reading. Finally, your physical location data plays a huge role. Your phone's GPS tracks where you go. It knows which stores you visit, how long you stay there, where you work, and where you live. This data is incredibly valuable to advertisers. If you visit a car dealership, you can bet you'll start seeing ads for cars. If you frequent a certain coffee shop, you might get a coupon for a competing one nearby. When you combine all of this, your search history, social media activity, location data, and demographic information, advertisers can build a profile so accurate that it feels like they're listening to your conversations. The reality is, they don't have to. Your behavior tells them everything they need to know. Knowing how your data is used can feel overwhelming. But the good news is that you have the power to take back a significant amount of control. You can manage how your phone listens and limit the data you share. Let's start with the basics. On an iPhone, you can turn off the Hey Siri wake word by going to Settings, then Siri and Search, and toggling off Listen for Hey Siri. For Android users, open your Google settings, go to Search, Assistant and Voice, then Voice Match, and turn off Hey Google. This stops the phone from passively listening for its wake word, providing an immediate layer of privacy and peace of mind. Next, it's crucial to manage your microphone permissions. Many apps request access to your microphone when they don't actually need it to function. Regularly audit these permissions. On an iPhone, go to Settings, then Privacy and Security, then Microphone. On Android, it's in Settings, then Apps, then App Permissions. You'll see a list of every app that can access your mic. If you see a game or a photo editor on that list, ask yourself why it needs to listen to you. If there isn't a good reason, turn it off. This simple step prevents third-party apps from potentially misusing their access. Another powerful step is to delete your voice command history. Both Apple and Google allow you to review and delete the recordings they've stored from your interactions with their assistants. For Google, you can manage this in your Google account settings under Web and App Activity. For Siri, the option is in Settings, then Siri and Search, then Siri and Dictation History. Clearing this history ensures that your past commands are no longer stored on company servers. While you're at it, make it a habit to only download apps from official sources like the Apple App Store and Google Play Store to avoid malware designed to spy on you. Finally, adopt a few more good privacy habits. Always keep your phone's operating system and your apps updated to protect against security vulnerabilities. For an extra layer of protection, especially on public Wi-Fi, consider using a virtual private network, a VPN. A VPN encrypts your internet traffic, making it much harder for others to track your online activity. By combining these steps, disabling wake words, managing app permissions, deleting voice history, and practicing safe browsing, you can build a strong defense. Your phone doesn't have to be a spy. With a little awareness and a few adjustments, you can make sure it remains a useful tool that respects your privacy.
Is your phone listening? Maybe, maybe not. Stay smart, stay curious. I'm Ivan D. Ray.